constitutional reform measures that Gordon Brown announced when he became Prime Minister, one of the proposals was that on these matters Parliament would have to have a vote in the future. That part has not yet happened. There is still not a War Powers Act on the statute book, there is still not a requirement. Although I have to say that because of the vote on the Iraq War and the controversy ever since, it's almost inconceivable that any government in the future would go into an armed conflict without a vote in Parliament, because in a sense the genie's out of the bottle, MPs have had it. Now MPs also therefore have to take a responsibility, which in the past they could evade, because they could say the government did this, it wasn't our responsibility. Personally, I'm quite happy to take that responsibility, and that's why I voted the way that I did. But it's not there yet, we're not completely there yet. We have a very strange constitution in this country which takes an awful lot of understanding and leaves an awful lot of things out. But gradually the net is closing, parliamentary powers are being more specifically defined, the role of the House of Commons is being more specifically defined, an elected House of Lords or upper chamber will have obviously defined and specific powers, and in that I'm pretty sure we're going to get a War Powers Act at the same time. I also hope, if I may say, slightly off the point of your question, we'll also get a parliamentary procedure that involves real scrutiny of expenditure. I mean, there's much I don't like about the United States political system, but one thing I do look at with some interest is the way that members of the House and the Senate can, line by line, go through a budget and decide what they want in it. There is no such facility in this country for doing that kind of scrutiny. So, things are moving on.
Yes, indeed. If I could just add a post.
Well, did I get it wrong?
No, 4 marks. You've got a double first on that. But if I can just add a postscript, the government has not actually introduced a bill, one of whose provisions will be that a declaration of war will require the parliamentary vote. It's in the laws at the moment, but sadly, it doesn't look as though they'll be able to get it through before the election.
No, it won't get through before the election. I'll probably be very surprised by that, I don't think. Yeah. But it will come back.